This is my 5th cookie. Happy 5-year anniversary to NYT Cooking's Cookie Week. Hi, I'm Eric Kim. I'm cooking columnist for the New York Times, and happy Cookie Week. Today we'll be making my turmeric lemon crinkle cookies. I love these cookies because they are so striking visually, and when they come out of the oven, they kind of look like earthquake tectonic plates. Like, it's a yellow cookie cracks under the powdered sugar coating. We call that a self-decorating cookie. The combination of turmeric and lemon together, I think they kind of create this third flavor. It reminds me of a donut. These are kind of cakey, very like airy and light, and I think this cookie is just optimized to be a lovely little bite of sweetness in the dead of winter. Cookies are what I bake at like midnight, and my partner wakes up to a tray of cookies often. Because that's when you want one, right? That's when you want a cookie. You know what's really interesting when you don't use butter? All the other flavors kind of come out in a different way. And I love the peppery flavor of extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just gonna stir in some ground turmeric. You can see the little specks of turmeric here as it sits for like about 10 minutes. Those specks, I find that they expand and dissolve and like become one with the oil. Watch out for white clothes. It's gonna dye your clothes super yellow. You know, it's 3/4 cups of sugar. It's a really like perfectly sweetened cookie, I think, and it's just sweet enough. But 3/4 cup is about 150 grams. I'm gonna zest directly into this because I like that the oils go down into the cookie. Cream cheese and egg. Please use a room temperature egg. It really does make a difference. I say this I feel like in every cooking video, you're creating an emulsion between fat and liquid, right? I'm gonna add some vanilla. I'm trying so hard not to get the turmeric on my clothes. This is like the one thing that doesn't come out. It won't mix smoothly if the cheese is too cold. But even if the cheese is too cold, it's like totally not the end of the world. It's gonna look like this in the beginning. Once you get it like, for the most part, mixed, then you really wanna like combine it. I like showing people that you can make an amazing dessert with just a bowl and a spoon, you know, or a whisk. You can make this in a mixer if you want. What it means is you're not like touching the recipe as much with your hands. And like, I'm mixing this and I know that I want the cheese to incorporate a little more, but I also want it to aerate a little more too. And I only know that by mixing it with my right hand and feeling the resistance. And I think the recipe will say 60 seconds. So if you really did want to like count for 60 seconds, it's longer than you think. My right arm ends up kind of hurting. I'm like kind of sweating right now. But see how smooth and pretty it is now? This calls for 1/2 teaspoon of coarse kosher salt or fine sea salt. Oh, okay. It's when you spill it specifically?
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Did you not spill it?
No, I did spill it. Another sign of growth. 5 years later, 5 cookies in. Every year I've increased the baking soda like by a quarter teaspoon. This cookie actually needs it. It's a quite leavened like cake cookie. Every year I'm like, more baking soda, and then so next year there'll probably be a full teaspoon. But you have to wait till next year to see that. And then we're gonna do the flour. So here's my flour trick. I like to aerate it first. You're trying to make it not packed. You usually stick your cup right into the flour, but that packs it, and it's just almost always gonna be more flour than you need. And so it comes to this point where you're like, why don't recipe writers just write flour amounts to match how people actually scoop? I don't know why. So use a scale, That's really my point here. I like to fold it in a little bit. I love the streaks of yellow like that. Just combining it just until it's done. Even if you see like a speck or two, you can stop, because it's gonna continue hydrating and chill in the fridge for about 10 minutes. I say up to 30 minutes, so it depends on your fridge. Just chill it enough so that it's scoopable. Oh, this is Melissa's cookie. Oh, and that's Sola's cookie. Sorry, I love things that touch at the edges. This has been chilling for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. All you really need is for the dough to not like stick to your fingers anymore. So it's still quite plush. It's still pretty soft. One thing you can do, scoop them out. I usually do it on a smaller sheet pan, maybe like half of the dough, and I'll just freeze it. It's a good option if you don't want to eat 18 cookies in the next 3 days. Today we're just gonna bake them straight from here. I don't pack it on, I just kind of like tumble it around and then I rest it on the flat side. It's like you're making little snowballs. One really important tip is don't let it sit too long. Like I'm gonna bake this one right now. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right away. Adam, just kidding. They're at 350 just for about 15 minutes. You really wanna make sure they're baked through all the way. This is a cookie that you don't wanna underbake. And the reason for that is the way they rise. It's like a very important thing to let them finish rising. Rotate it. They're looking really good. You know your cookies are done when they're very like dramatically crinkled. Yeah, they're looking great. Should I make a cup of tea while we're waiting? Okay, let's go. I've never made tea here, actually. Okay, chamomile. Feeling really cozy today. I bet I'm stealing someone's water. So cozy. I feel like I'm in a frog and toad story. I'm definitely the toad in my relationship. Toad's really needy. Frog is like the kind of more level-headed, like pragmatist, but Toad brings the adventure and the style to the couple. Just kidding. So does the frog. Frog's important, but it's the balance between frogs and toads. Anyway, how cute are these? You know, I'm really happy with even just picking it up, holding it. It's crusty at the edges in a beautiful way. Part of the experience of this cookie isn't just the cookie, it's the powdered sugar. I love the way it's like mounded on top like snow. Cool color, right? The cookie itself isn't too sweet. Distributing the sweetness makes for a great eating experience. But I hope you find a lot of joy in this one because it's a little holiday treat. These cookies keep really well, I would say. The more they sit, the more the moisture from them kind of comes out. It makes them very concentrated in flavor, and I think that's really lovely. Oh. It's nice to be part of a group and to be proud to be in that group, you know? You can find this cookie and many more at NYT Cooking. Happy holidays. 7 cookies. I'm really happy to be one of them.